Welcome back to Scorch TV. What do you think happens when Zito gets a little frisky?
And we're back with more of Scorch TV and Sean Sullivan. What?
I got $6 if you'll take your shoes off. What do you say?
Me only take my shoes off for $6.
I'm up in the dough. Yeah!
Why wouldn't I take my shoes off for $6?
Oh, Sean Sullivan, you sexy beast!
What do you base your comedy on? Do you base your comedy on a lot of stuff? Is it based on your life? Is it based on?
Yeah, you know, I try to. I write pretty slowly. So like, I bought a toilet. I wrote about buying a toilet. My wife, I came out one day. She was in the middle of watching a Shirley Temple movie marathon. So I was like, this is so stupid. I sat down and I just wrote a bunch of. I just write about dumb things that happen, and to myself, because that way, Chris Zito can't steal it and do it on his shows.
He does that to you too?
Yeah.
No, but this is why Sean is so prolific. Just knowing him for a couple of minutes, you realize he thinks everything is dumb. Like everything that happens, he has this attitude like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like I traveled with him and I must have heard him use a phrase similar to that like 8 times a day. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
We flew out to Nebraska, me and Zito. We get, our flight's at, it was at like 6:30 in the morning. So I get there around 5:30. Zito is like this all the time. I don't know if you've seen him in the morning. There's no like level of Zito. He's at 10, Zito, full, Zito. So it's. So he's
do you see that little look I just got? That's a little glance.
We're getting on the plane, and he's going, Sean, what's the matter? I go, it's.
Try doing that on Cat Sosa's show.
I'll go do that on Cat Sosa's show. You got $6, I'll do anything.
You got $6 already, so.
So yeah, we get on the plane and
we get on the plane. Zito's going, what's the matter, buddy? You feeling okay? I go, it's 5:30. Why? I'm not awake because and then we land. We've been on a plane. We take a plane. Where did we fly to? Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, yes.
So we get out of the plane there. We don't leave the airport. And then we get on one of those planes that's...
like a Buddy Holly plane.
Yeah. So Zito's just like, who cares? I'm Zito. I can't sit in the plane. I got to sit like this the whole time. Zito doesn't care what's going on. We land in Nebraska.
I'm a happy person, Sean. Because I'm not the crazy one.
I just got off the plane, the most terrifying 30-minute plane ride of my entire life. We're in the middle of we're in Omaha, Nebraska.
Right.
And then Zito's just like, all right, you ready? You're gonna be good, right? So I'm just like, I don't like to meet people. I've just been on a plane. I've been up since 3. Zito, we meet all these comics who we're all miserable anyway, except for Zito. So Zito's in there glad-handing everybody like he's running for mayor. And he goes, Sean, what's the matter? You're not talking to anybody. I go, Zito, give me a minute. And then on the way...
I was trying to encourage you to be sociable. I was not the only one. There were other people speaking to each other,
He was like a chaperone at a dance. Like, go... just, Sean, all you gotta do is you put your hand on their waist and they put their hands on your shoulders and you just kind of move. It's gonna be all right, buddy.
I was trying to hook you up with Carmen Lynch. What do you want from me?
Oh, you're an idiot. So then we do this whole thing. The whole week's fine. Everybody that we meet is great. Zito's great. We all make friends with all these people.
It was like comedy camp.
It was like summer camp. So at the end of the week on the Sunday, we all get on this big charter bus, and we go for a 2-hour bus ride, and it's literally like camp at the end. Everybody's kind of like wiping tears, and they got all their gear. So then we get into the airport, and Zito, I never would have known if Zito hadn't told me. Zito goes up to the ticket counter. She goes, "Hey, by the way, is any of the planes that we're taking today delayed?" And they go, "Yeah, there's like a 5-hour delay in Milwaukee." And I just lost my mind. I just flipped out, and they were like, "What's the matter, Sean?" And I just put my headphones on, and I just walked around the airport. I wouldn't talk to either of them till the end of the trip.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to kill the other guy more than I wanted to
really
kill
a
Zito.
beautiful travel companion, Sean Sullivan.
I would imagine so.
If you're thinking of taking a honeymoon and you want to have a comedian with you, Sean Sullivan.
What would be the best gig that you've done for yourself so far? That you've left the stage and said, man, that is without a question. You felt like you were up in the stratosphere with that one.
This is the difference, and this is a good story, and you'll like this, and you guys will probably appreciate this. There's those gigs happen more often than you would think, where you do well and all that stuff, but they usually don't pay that great. I got paid this summer. I got hired by a cable company. They paid me the most money I've ever made doing comedy in one gig.
Yeah.
They hired me to go open for 2 bands that I've never heard of called Never Shout Never and A Rocket to the Moon. I've never heard of them. You've probably never heard of them because you're not a teenage girl. They're just the two worst bands, but the amount of money that I got is unbelievable. I have to take this gig. So it's at 4 p.m. It's outside at Six Flags.
Oh, sounds awful.
And
That sounds painful.
but the money
softened the blow.
Unbelievable. So you have those moments where like you come out and you kill everybody in the room and you get your $75 and you go home, you feel like a champion. And then you get the money where you get a couple grand and you're like, all right, here we go. I get out to Six Flags. They have this big, huge stage. It's like they got the big concerts, lights, sound, and it's a field of 400 teenage girls. And they're screaming. They're going nuts.
Yeah.
And they just hand me a microphone. They go, here you go.
Go out there, baby.
And I go, is anybody going to introduce me? They're like, no, you don't need it. And I go, I kind of do need an introduction. I think somebody needs to say my name because, all right. I go out and I go, hey, what's going on, Six Flags? And they go nuts for 2 straight minutes. They lose their minds. It's just, I don't know.
That's good. That eats up 2 minutes of the time you got to do.
But I think I'm going to do well because I'm just like, all right, I'm riding high. This is unbelievable. This is amazing. I got all these girls are screaming. They're so excited. It turns, once they realize that I'm not leaving.
Oh, no.
And they go, you have to be squeaky clean. You can't, if I could have just told them all where to go once, they would have respected me and been great. But they go, you got to do 15 minutes. You got to be squeaky clean. You can't get the money.
Right.
So I do this, and I'm just getting yelled, and they're filthy. They're little monsters, these girls.
Yeah.
Just fat little teenage girls. And they keep screaming. They go get Chris. And I go, I don't know who Chris is. They're like, he's a singer of the band. I go, I don't listen to this stupid band. I don't.
But that's not dirty. That's insulting, but you weren't being dirty, so you still get the dough.
Yes.
No, so I do that set, and I get brutalized. And then the first band goes on, and then they go, okay, you're going to go up and do 15 minutes while they change. I got to go back out.
Wow.
So I came up with this game. I just kept looking at my watch going, all right, girls, we got 3 minutes till the band gets out here. And they would go nuts. And that would kill like 90 seconds. And then I go, I'm sorry. I'm reading my watch wrong. We got about 14 more minutes. And then that reaction would chew up 90 more seconds.
Right.
Between acts, I have to go out to the bathroom. The bathroom's out with the out in the field, in the men's room, because there's not a man for miles. So I'm with my younger brother, and we go out to the bathroom, and along the fence, there's a 9-year-old girl, and she screams over the fence. She goes, "Hey, mister, you were really funny."
No.
That's what she does. It was amazing. It was like
That's what she does to everybody.
it's like that Coke commercial where like the kid's like
Joe Green's
Joe
t-shirt,
Green,
yeah,
and he's just like, "Bleh," and he throws the T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I felt like in that moment.
my
I was
God.
like, "That's so nice of you to say." And she goes, "Can you go get Derek?" And I go, "I don't know who Derek is." She goes, "He's in the band." She snaps at me. She goes, he's in the band. And I go, "I don't think he's gonna come out." She goes, "Come on, go get him. I drew him a picture I want to give him." And I was like, I don't know what to do with that. Like, what is that picture going to accomplish if I go give this to this 18-year-old kid who's touring the country, he's doing coke everywhere he goes, and he's just got all these girls, and an 8-year-old girl drew him a picture. It was just like, hey, here's a picture. And he's going to go, oh, I'm going to clean up my act. I'm going to wait for this girl to turn 18. So I go, I'll go see if he'll come out, not having any intention of ever trying to find this guy.
Right.
And my little brother, we get back in the tent, and he goes, you're a jerk. And I go, why? He goes, you could have just taken the picture and thrown it away. She had no. So I go, you're right. So I turn around to go back to get the picture from the little girl, and I hadn't really gotten into the tent yet, and I turn around, and she's giving me the double bird.
No.
And I'm not proud of this, Scorch.
Oh no.
Did you give it back?
Of course.
God bless you, my brother.
How do I not give it back? It's already the worst day of my life. I might as well go. Let's see how low we can get.
Wow.
Sean Sullivan, and how to get hold of Sean Sullivan?
SeanSullivanComedy.com.
Comedy.com. We're coming back with more. Devin, tell us what's up as we continue on Scorch TV. Thanks, brother. Good stuff.
No problem.
Thank you, Sean, for giving the guys a taste of their own medicine. When we come back, we'll check out a performance featuring Jay Giles. And later on, the guys do karaoke with Red Peters. Stay tuned. You're watching Scorch TV.